Found this really interesting. Bleacher Report ranking the most underrated wide receivers in the NFL of the 2023 season. They go Darius Slayton number 1, Richie James number 2, Khalif Raymond number 3, George Pickens number 4, Terry McLaurin number 5, and Amari Cooper number 6. Cooper has 595 catches and 55 touchdowns in his 8 years, none of them last season. Slayton, who had number 1, 170 catches in 4 years. Richie James hasn't even caught 100 passes. Khalif Raymond has 114 in 6. George Pickens is only in his second year. They say with a full offseason together, Watson and Cooper have the potential to develop elite chemistry this year. Cooper showed last year as top 15 receiver at worst, even with mediocre quarterback play. And the important thing to remember about Cooper last year, he had a core muscle injury when Deshaun Watson was back that obviously he didn't tell anybody about, but it was serious enough he had to have offseason surgery. The guy's a really good receiver that doesn't seem to get as much respect nationally as he should.
Yeah, and I think, like I'd say, it's kind of hard to say he's underrated. I mean, he was like the 6th overall pick or something like that with the Raiders, and he did get traded to the Cowboys and then traded the Browns. But I think there's some things there is because he is very quiet, unassuming. It seems like the typical top receivers have more diva in them. He isn't like that. Very soft-spoken, very humble type of guy. But I think that injury factor was huge last year. If you're going to get surgery, that means there's something kind of significantly wrong. He played through it, and he still had good numbers. And I do think the speed factor with the Moore and the Goodwin acquisitions are huge because Cooper's more of a route runner, possession guy. If you can stretch the field and get a safety or a corner to have to go deep, underneath's going to open up even more. And Jacoby Brissett, he played well, but he's not an elite quarterback. I think that Deshaun Watson is known for being an accurate quarterback, and I think that with the weapons the Browns have, I think he can have another big year. But the biggest thing is just being healthy, and so I think they can really be, a fine duo. And that's one of the things why I was pushing for, back at the beginning of the offseason, trading for a guy like DeAndre Hopkins. They ended up trading for another guy I was for, Elijah Moore, and I think that's going to help all the way around. They've been able to be here all offseason and work together.